Welcome back to Berlin for the opening day of the LEC 2022. Rogue start this season with a W, and joining me for this interview I have the boomer of the LEC back on orange duty, Odoamne. How are you, Odo?
I'm great. I'm really happy to be back in the studio, at least on a big screen behind you. So
Yay.
that is something. But jokes aside, I mean, it's great to be back. Off season is boring when there's no LEC. So yeah, I mean, everything's great so far.
Well, it's great to have you back as well. There's been a lot of change within the Rogue lineup during the off-season, with Hans and Inspired being shifted to NA, having Comp and Malrong joining in. Tell me about this change and what it means for Rogue as a lineup.
I mean, obviously it's a big change, at least from fan perspective, because yeah, you have like the two big names with like Hans and Inspire going away, and with Comp and Maran coming in. So I get that there's like a lot of shock value to this, but overall, for at least the environment, it's been a great change so far. We're getting along quite well, and I feel like also Chris's addition to the coaching staff is a huge benefit to the team.
Nice.
And I mean, I think overall for the split is a lot of people will be surprised, because we're getting brushed off a lot. Because yeah, I mean, when you get rid of like Hans and Inspired, it's kind of hard to find replacements that kind of like match their like, you know, name or like skill or value. So someone's gonna be upset no matter what. But overall, things are all right.
All right. Well, what can we expect from this Rogue lineup in terms of style? Because obviously two members leaving, there has to bring some change to the table. What do you want Rogue to be when we look at you playing on stage?
I want Rogue to be dynamic and be able to play multiple styles, because I feel like last year we were kind of stuck in the same style where we were just kind of playing for scaling and level 6 junglers and kind of putting all the eggs in Inspire basket. But now with Maran coming in, I feel like we have more flexibility in the sense that we're not kind of like stuck in that same style that we always had for the whole year. So now I feel like with time, or at least I hope that with time, we can have the flexibility that I wish we could have had last year.
Let's stay on the Malrong topic, because there's been a lot of discussion within the community about him stepping in, his English maybe not being the best at first, but I know that Rogue is giving him English lessons. So how has it been working with him? And also, did he bring some of the Damwon Kia magic also to Rogue?
I mean, for Korean standards, having worked with Nuclear Che and Ryu in the past, I think his English is at a pretty good level. It's advancing quite fast. Like, I didn't really expect it to be at the level that it is already. I expected the much worse things, I guess. But so far, I mean, yeah, Rogue is kind of just dumping English lessons on him. So poor guy is not really having fun. Like, he's actually asking me for help with his homework and stuff. So it's kind of cute. But yeah, I mean, he's improving. His English is at a decent level. Like, we can understand each other. He's understanding most of the things that we say. There's not really, I mean, there is a language barrier, obviously, but the fact that our new coach, Chris, is also Korean helps a lot for him to integrate and pick up things. And also, yeah, I mean, he brings insight from his Damwon days and kind of the style that LCK had. So overall, it's surprising me in a positive way.
Well, hopefully we can have him on interview soon enough, given that his English is decent, as you said. Talking about Comp now, he got the Kia Player of the Game during this game, and I know that people were wondering how strong he would be, because he took a break and we didn't see him play for a while. How did he get ready? And tell me about Comp coming back and adapting to Rogue.
I mean, I feel like he was kind of unlucky with what happened in Vitality. I feel like everything was kind of just burning around him, and it's like that meme where he's just coming to the house and he's like, everything is fine, but in reality it's not. So I feel like back then what happened wasn't really like his fault. It was kind of like a Schalke situation where you kind of have to mix and match every roster move possible to kind of fix the dumpster fire that was happening there. So yeah, I feel like community perception might not be the highest for him, given that, yeah, he was kind of unlucky, but so far he's integrating well, and he's a hard worker. He doesn't really have like an ego or whatever. So he's doing his best to get there, you know, and I feel like his performance overall has got better compared to when we started scrimming a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, that's really nice to hear. Now, focusing more about Rogue, I think it's fair to say that you had a lot of success in 2021. How strong do you feel about maintaining this performance in 2022?
I mean, I think it's quite pointless, or I feel like it gives a skewed perspective on 2022 if we kind of try to match what we did in 2021, because the core might have stayed the same, but identity is different. So right now, the way I think about it, I just kind of want to get the most out of our scrims and practice and games on stage, and kind of trust in the process and in the work that we put in to kind of see at the end of spring split. I mean, results won't lie. We're going to end up where we deserve to end up based on our practice, because it's kind of pointless to look on paper on rosters and say, yeah, this roster is going to be good and this roster is going to be bad. Because, for example, last year, G2 2021 on paper, they were literally super team, because every year we seem to have a new super team and blah, blah, blah. And they kind of imploded. So I feel like everything's up in the air when it comes to the LEC, and we just kind of have to, I don't know, do our job, I guess.
That's a really good mindset to have, and hopefully you can have the success expected this season, Odo. That's all for us on this interview. Really nice to have you back, as I said in the beginning. Thank you for the interview, and good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, great to be in the studio.
Hopefully we can have you guys back soon. Thanks, Odo. And for more on the next game, let's send it over to Quickshot.